mutilate their body, specifically their genitals, we don't have a problem with that. For some odd reason, this is okay. You're free to mutilate your genitals, but I don't want you to get a tattoo. So let me get this straight. My 13-year-old cannot get a tattoo because it's permanent. But my 13-year-old can now get ready to get puberty blocking pills and get ready to do gender reaffirming surgery. That's not permanent. Why are we selecting, ladies and gentlemen? And this is what happens when you have a democracy, when you live in a democratic processes, when you don't have a republic, because now everybody is trying to identify based on an ideology or identifying markers that don't make you you. The fact that I'm a heterosexual man is not my identity. That's not my identity. Some people don't understand that. The fact that even if you are a Christian person or a Catholic or whatever, that's still not part of your identity. A lot of people don't realize that. Yes, these are things that you identify with, that you associate with. You know what makes you you? Real life, what makes you fucking you? Your intellect, your education, your work ethic. You know what else? And I put these other things in front of this, but how about your moral compass? How about your ability to help out the less fortunate when they need it? How about when you're able to do something that's bigger than yourself? These are the things that make you you. And now when we're talking about it from a legal perspective or a legal claminate, understand me representing being an American means that I have unalienable rights that I know God gave me that no other country wants to recognize. Well, I'm not going to say no other country wants to recognize. I'm going to say no other country wants to give their people. We make everybody else recognize our rights. As an American, people don't realize that. Like we were just going over the first, I think the 10 amendments. We were going over, the first 10 and just saying like, just that right there, right? These constitutionally protected rights, just the first 10 right there says a lot. Like, first and foremost, if you start off with number 1, freedom of speech. A lot of people don't have freedom of speech. You don't got freedom of speech in China. You can't say whatever the fuck you want to say. You definitely don't got number 2, the right to bear arms. Definitely ain't got that. You definitely don't got religious expression. That's not number 3, but I'm just saying that. You definitely don't have that. And in some cases, you don't even have a right to a speedy trial, a jury trial. I'm not sure if the military can still take your house and your property, but I believe in communism, you don't really own anything like that. Now, here's the thing. I believe, even with the republic, even with free capitalism, I believe communism is a necessary component. I do. I honestly do. And a lot of people, oh my God, DaChoosta, oh my God. You have to listen. You have to listen. Don't get freaked out here. And I don't mean communism in the sense that what Lenin said or what Engels said or what Marx said. No, not communism in their version of it. Communism redefined. And what do I mean by communism redefined? At the core value of communism, right? At the core value of it. And we're not talking about the government owning this and this and this and this. But at the core value, I think that the power of community. So I want to adopt it as, so we'll change it from communism to communityism, right? And what I mean by that is that I don't believe that Amazon should be able to put up a warehouse in my community if the people don't want it. You have some places where, it has to be brought up to the board and the city gets to vote on it. And then some places, the city, the participants or the constituents don't vote, only the actual, the people, only the legislators get to vote as far as city council, mayor pro tem, and that type of thing. So some places they'll let the people say, hey, we do want this and bring it in. And some places say no. But now this is what I want to say. What about, why did the federal government make a deal with Amazon to say Amazon has to pay zero in federal income taxes? Why did the federal government make that deal? So now, no, if you come to my city, I'm going to say you got to pay state and federal taxes to be here. To be in my, or you can't be in my community. Matter of fact, if you come in my community, so let's just say, you know what? I don't know why. I'm not going to blame nothing, but I'm going to say a lot of people in my community are felons. They just are. So you know what? If you're going to come open up shop in my community, you got to hire felons. You have to be felon friendly. Or you have to hire so many women, or so whatever my demographic is, I'm going to make rules and regulations that represent my demographic. So when you come here, I know that you're hiring the majority of us in this community in which it resides. The opportunity should be there. Now, if it's not accepted, we do have clauses, because understand something. I think that the people should have a say in what's going on in their communities and in their towns and jurisdictions. I was going to use another one. I lost. I didn't have the synonym. I was going to say like townships or governorships or something like that. Commonwealths or whatever. You do have places that are still technically called commonwealths in the United States. But no, I think the people should have a say in this. But here's the thing in people having a say. People are stupid. A lot of times, like even let's go back to the Doge and the Elon Musk thing right now. Sometimes, so you got somebody saying, hey, the government was spending all this money and it was spending it wastelessly, needlessly on things that were stupid. We could save that money and we could either A, give it to the American people. And you got some people saying, no, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't like you. You're a white supremacist. I don't know. I'm just going to say all this crazy man shit. And it's just like, okay. You're right. I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi. I'm from South Africa. I'm an idiot. I'm the smartest person. Whatever you need to say to make you feel better. Okay, great. Got that. Now, the point of the fucking conversation again is the government was wasting all this fucking money. And now that we've realized that, what should we do with the fucking money? That's the conversation. Oh, your mother and your people got money and what the fuck are you talking about? I watched a man yesterday. They were in it was a debate thing, and the title of the conversation was, I actually should have got up there and critiqued it, but sometimes I like to let people who are being big dogs on campus stay the big dog on campus, especially when they're winning against the people who are like the little dogs. I just let the thing play out. Sometimes, I just let it play out. But anyway, the question was, or the title was, Black women in America are the worst mothers. Or black women are the worst mothers in America or in the United States. Something to the effect of that. And not that I disagree with that statement. I don't disagree with that statement. But the only thing that I did want to talk about was the fact that he should have... Because, and the reason why I say this is because the guy who posed the question, he doesn't really like to talk about other races or demographics or ethnicities. And when he's, hey, I'm talking about what our people are doing. So I just wanted to bring the dichotomy to the equation of, well, by saying worse, signifying that word to it, that association, that's will now basically draw the conclusion of it being a comparison. So if I say worst, best, better, good, if I use these type of words, those adjectives to describe something, I'm now comparing it. It has to be a compare or contrast. To be better or worst, I have to compare it or contrast. I can't say Black women are the worst mothers and not have mothers to compare them against. So the only thing that I would have said was, if you don't want to make a comparison or a dichotomy against anyone else, then you should just simply say that Black women don't make good mothers, or you shouldn't make a, it's a way you can phrase it to where it's not a comparison to what anybody else. But when you use certain adjectives, that automatically denotes comparison. Just in, my language. But I have a good command of the English language. And I know a lot of people don't understand English the way I do. And that's fine. I get it. Some of us only understand English from our third grade perspective. Okay, seventh. 70. But realistically, some of us really, I mean, a lot of people are stupid. I mean, just seriously, a lot of people are dumb. And we think because somebody put you in a position and allowed you to be dumb and give you a few dollars that for some reason you think you're not dumb now. And it's like, you know what? To do what you're doing is actually stupid. Like, think about it. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. We have adults who will do this their whole life. Do you know that trading your hours for dollars is the stupidest thing you could do with your time? I mean, besides wasted, right? Besides sitting there and do nothing. But trading your hours for dollars is one of the dumbest things you could do with your time. Just like I explained to somebody the other day. I said, do you know saving money is the worst thing you can do? I said, you might as well just go give the money away. Don't save it. Don't save it. That's the stupidest thing you could do. You're better off giving your money away. They didn't understand. They were so perplexed. And I had to simply explain it very simply. If I had $100 from 40 years ago and I said, oh, I'm going to save this $100 so that way I could get, I said 40 years ago, what did $100 get me? It got me a lot of eggs. It got me a lot of groceries. It got me a lot of gas. It got me a lot of different things. 40 years ago, $100 was a lot of money. It went very far. $100 did. So now if I saved $100 and now 40 years later, what does $100 do? Some people put more than $100 in their gas tank for the week. Like putting $100 in gas, nigga, back in my day in 1983, in 1987, 92, putting $100 in gas, nigga, we was about to drive across the goddamn country. I didn't have to put $100 worth of gas to drive for a week. What was the price of gas in 93? $1.86, $2.20, and I want to say in like 96, when I started driving, gas was like $3 a gallon. Just under, it was like that, just getting out of that $2 range, going to $3 range. But it was, for the most part, still about $2, $3. This is mid 90s. And we've seen gas prices, food prices, primarily gas, and especially here in Southern California, gas prices went up above $6. And it was like that for a while to where, I mean, shit. You was easily about to go drop $80 in your gas tank. And that was just to go down the street. Like nobody wanted to go nowhere because it was like, but a lot of people just was wasting money. They didn't care. They'd leave their engine running. It was just so much wasteful different things. So now that we got somebody showing you, hey, look at all this waste. You know what you could also do with this money? So now when I tried to tell you that you're spending money on this gas over here and you could go get more over there, and instead of running your engine for 15 hours when nobody's in the car, there's certain things you could do and you would get more bang for your buck. And you didn't want to listen to me. You know what you did? You gave me an ad hominem is what you did. That's what you did. Since I told you, hey, check it out. The stock market is doing some really good dips, but it's about to rebound in about 2 to 3 months. You know what you said? What the fuck do you know? You got your car impounded. Your wife cheated on you. What do you know? Something that has nothing to do with the fucking stock market. Okay, my wife cheated on me. What does that have to do with stocks? Okay, my car got impounded. What does that have to do with stocks? Explain that to me. And this is why we can't help each other in the black community, ladies and gentlemen, because the only thing we know how to do is resort to ad hominem attacks when somebody is trying to give us valuable information. They say the best advice is free. If the best advice is free, why are we paying people to tell us what the fuck we want to know? When everybody got Google, everybody got Gemini, everybody got Siri. You got people who don't even know how to use AI. And AI can do some of the craziest shits for free. AI can write code and do programming and help you with fucking writing a grant and so many different business proposals, RFP responses. So much AI will do for free. But your dumb ass still about to go pay a fake Jew. You still about to go pay a fake Jew. and he ain't gonna teach you shit. Then when I tell you for a third of the price, as your brother, not only will I do it for you, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. And you tell me, well, what the fuck do you know? Nigga, didn't your wife cheat on you? What? And now I'm not supposed to bust you in your face, right? For saying something stupid to me. So when my teenager said, fuck you, dad, you don't understand. Fuck you, dad. When my teenager is being a teenager, right? And now I'm trying to explain something over here about fucking stocks or about Donald Trump or whatever. And then your response to me is, well, that's why your child disowned you. That's why your child doesn't even want to have conversations with you. So then when I resort to violence now, right? Now I'm wrong. I'm wrong. And you know what? This is the thing that a lot of people don't understand. I am okay with being wrong. I'm okay with it. You can't be right all the time. I tell you guys, WD-40. It was 39 attempts that were wrong until he finally got it correct. And he was okay with that. I'm okay with it. They say don't be that guy, but then I tell you, somebody has to be that guy. If nobody was that guy, then that part would not get filled. Somebody has to be the villain in the play. Somebody. And you know what? I'll be the bad guy, ladies and gentlemen, just like Donald Trump, just like Elon Musk, and just like a few others. So look, this is another segment, which is an addition to a segment, and I'm going to actually add it into a third segment. So you know what? I guess you can say it's the past, the present, and the future all in one. We're going to call it superposition is what we're going to call it, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys really want to know some crazy stuff, I got a new mathematical axiom and a framework that I'm working on called Atomic Zero. And it's pretty cool. I don't know if you're like a nerd like that and you like, mathematics and different things like that, but it's pretty cool of how we're going to actually utilize zero in as quantum physics, mathematics, and computation develop even further. So we do need some different frameworks and axioms to help us deal with quantums, and especially the phenomenon once we get there, dealing with like the vacuum of space, the something of nothingness, superposition, and not just superposition, but entanglement. So if you don't know anything about that stuff, hey, no, not a problem. And not everybody's supposed to know about that type of stuff. But if you do like that type of stuff, make sure you're following me and just do me a favor and share this content with friends, family, anybody that you think the content is relevant to. Remember, local elections are more important than national elections, but dollars are stronger than votes. They won't stop until we stop them. Liberation comes at a cost. Who's willing to pay for it?